Hey you guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let me know if you see me, let me know if you hear me. Also, one of my wonderful subscribers bought me this light. I don't know how to use it yet. It comes with a little remote, super cool. I just got Shine to plug it in. We got to figure out the cord situation on how to get it to where you guys can't see the cord, but I want to go ahead and get it up for this stream just because I'm kind of obsessed with it. So, you guys like the light? Also, I can't turn my big light on right now because it reflects in that light. So I got to rearrange my big light so when I go live, so when I do go live, you guys can't see the reflection of this big ring light in that light. Shine told me to tell him when I went live, so I just told him that I'm live. Hey, it looks flashy on camera. Thank you. There is this little remote that comes with it where you can get it to do like different things. I'm not really too sure. You can get it to like go light. Anyways, I'll play with it later. I think it kind of, I don't know. I'm gonna get the sign figured out, but love the sign, love it, love it, love it. One of my good friends, Denisa, who is in chat sometimes, she got it for me. But you guys, this morning I finally watched Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I've been a little behind on it. I haven't watched it in a few weeks. Turn it off. Just now get a notification. I just started a minute and 45 seconds ago, Alicia, so it's not that bad. Thank you, VM. Thank you, thank you. So why do I need to turn it off? Was something messed up with it? We forgot to clean it. Nikki truly overreacted, in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of Angelina. She's not perfect, but I like her, and just seems like Nikki is jumping on the mean girl train, and just like Lauren. Yeah, if I would have got wine on me, I would have been like, oh my goodness. But just water, I would have just kind of let her and Vinny probably do her thing. I probably would have laughed it off. I don't know if I would have, um, I don't think I would have threw water on Angelina. If it was like me with my friends and one of my friends threw water on my other friend and accidentally got it on me, I don't know if I would have been like, oh. But once the wine came out, oh, I would have been mad. I would have been mad too. But Angelina did say that she didn't know that it was wine, that she thought that it was actually, she thought that it was, is that any better when I get it completely like that? She thought that it was, water. And there was a water bottle sitting right beside the wine bottle. So, really quick, I'm going to do like a quick recap. I don't think she overreacted. Yeah, which Nikki was playing when she did the water. So when Nikki got, let me give a really quick recap, and then we'll talk about that situation. So they're in San Diego filming for Jersey Shore Family Vacation. Most everybody has like a little bit of a family. I noticed Snooki was not there. Not sure why. I have not watched every episode. I watched last week's episode and this week's episode this morning when I was getting ready. But Snooki's not there. Dina's there. Chris is there. Mike and Lauren, Jenny and 24, Pauly D and Nikki, and then Angelina and Mike. And one of the things that was kind of bothering Angelina is that everybody else there has like families, pretty much. Like Nikki and Polly, they're coupled up. Jenny and 24, they're coupled up and they have Jenny's kids. Dina and Chris, they're coupled up. They have Dina's kids. They're married. So what happened was they're in San Diego, and Dina, she gets these shirts made and she wants to do a family fun day because they're like a little family. So she plans this day where they're all hanging out together, and it's like kid appropriate hangout. They go on, I went on it when I was in Arkansas years ago when I was little. We called it the Duck, but it's this automobile that looks like a boat, and you sit in it and it rides around on land. And when we went in it, we were in Arkansas, so it took us around Arkansas, different landmarks, kind of telling us about buildings and things like that. And then it went into the water, and it was really cool because it's like a boat slash car. It was really, really weird, really cool, you know. So, anyways, that's what they decided to do. That was one of the activities on the agenda. Everyone was making fun of Dina, like when she came out with the matching shirts, you know. Everybody's kind of making fun of her, and Jay Well's like, she's a Pinterest woman. Like, what can you say? So everybody wore matching blue shirts that said FFD, Family Fun Day. When she brought them out, everyone was trying to figure out what FFD stood for, and it's like they were coming up with some nasty sayings, and then she finally told them like, no, it's Family Fun Day. We're gonna go hang out. So they did. They went on the duck. Now, while on the duck, what we called it anyways, Jay Wow, her stomach starts hurting a little bit. Um, not Polly D, Mike and Lauren's baby, Romeo, he gets a little grouchy because it's his bedtime. So they get off the duck and they go back to the hotel and they catch in a nap with the baby. After the duck, they hang out. They get back to the room though. Oh, I'm lying. I skipped a whole big old piece that's important. After the duck, they went out for dinner and they went to a Wild and Out restaurant, which I didn't know that Nick Cannon has restaurants called Wild and Out. And they're almost like a Hooters. Like the girls are all beautiful girls that wear like these little short shorts and these little tanks. And the name of the restaurant is called Wild and Out. Or Walden Out. Walden Out. So they go there. Jenny has decided to go to the hospital because she's in a lot of pain. So Jenny and 24 is not with them as they go to the restaurant. So they're sitting there eating. Angelina and Vinny, they flirted back and forth a good bit. Dina has said multiple times that the chemistry between Vinny and Angelina is like off the charts. She's like, it's something there. Like they have this chemistry together. Like you can tell there's something there. Like I'm just kind of for it. You know, I would be for them, like kind of hooking up or whatever. She's single, he's single. I would be for it. So they're at the Wild and Out restaurant just eating dinner. And then who pulls up? Nick Cannon and Justina. Nick Cannon, who owns Wild and Out, and then Justina, who is very famous for being on the show Wild and Out. So they show up, and everybody's kind of shocked that they came to the restaurant, and they decide that they're going to have like a Wild and Out episode with the Jersey Shore cast. So this is not the actual Wild and Out like place where they film. This is literally a restaurant. So they have this very tiny little stage that everybody has to get up on, and they're playing the games. But before they start playing the Wild and Out games, they make a bet. So it's the girls against the boys. So it's Justina, Dina, Lauren, and Angelina. Is that all the girls? And then Justina. So Justina, Dina, Lauren, Angelina. And then for the boys, we have Polly, Mike, Vinny, and Chris, and then Nick Cannon. So boys against girls. And if the girls win, then Vinny has to make an appreciation post on his social media for Angelina, like saying how much he appreciates her. And if the boys win, I think it was the same thing, then Angelina would have to do that for Vinny. So she was like, I'm not doing that, so we need to win this. Ironically, somehow the girls won. I don't even know how because their jokes were falling flat, in my opinion. They played games where they brought out different props and they had to, you know, make something funny, you know, with the props. Like one thing they brought out was like this gigantic fork and then a roller, like this gigantic roller. And like when Nikki had it, she had the fork and she like walked up to Pauly D. She's like, I found your comb, you know, I found your pick or whatever. She starts like combing his hair. So, I mean, it was funny to watch, but it's definitely not no Wild and Out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you watch Wild and Out and it's hilarious. They would not do well on Wild and Out, but they did okay. So, ironically, the girls win. They leave the restaurant. They go back to the hotel that they're staying at, and they're staying at the Hard Rock Hotel. So they go back, and then everybody's like, oh, yeah, Vinny, remember you're supposed to make this post for Angelina. You said you were going to make an appreciation post. And he's like, what? I don't know what you guys are talking about. He's like, I don't think I was there when we agreed to that, which is ironic because when Angelina said that that's what he would need to do, she was telling it to him. She's like, if we win, you got to do this. You got to make an appreciation post for me if we win. And he's like, all right, whatever. So he agreed to it, but then tried to say that he didn't. So it was really funny. So, they finally convince him to make the post. So he's like sitting on the couch, he gets his phone, and he starts typing out this post. Well, this is what he posts. Appreciation post for this special lady. Words can't describe how much this incredible woman means to me. God, I'm so lucky and happy to have you in my life. Out of all the stars in the sky, you are the brightest one. Heart, heart, heart. And it's a picture of them kissing. Now, mind you, they are filming in San Diego. Like, fans of the show, fans of them, they have no idea that they're filming. But when he makes this post, it immediately goes viral. It's immediately put on Reddit. People's commenting like, yay, like I was so rooting for you guys. I'm glad that you guys are together. Some people saying this got to be a prank. Someone even said Vinny must have lost a prank. So a lot of people like kind of knew something must be up. All of the cast members like retweeted it. Like as you guys can see, Mike the Situation up here, he retweeted it and says it's happening. So everybody was kind of playing into the fact that like something was going on between Angelina and Vinny. Angelina, she reads it and then she immediately runs to the confessional room. And she's like reading it, she's laughing. She's like, I know he wants me. She's like, all of Staten Island wants us to be together. Did my sign just go off? She's like, all of Staten Island wants us to be together. Everybody's rooting for us. I'm going to break it. And then, as she is in the confessional, she definitely wants him to be serious. I absolutely think that Angelina has a thing for Vinny. And I think that he kind of has a thing for her, but he doesn't want to settle down. And there are things about her that really does annoy him. Are they still in middle school? Basically, essentially. So she is in the confessional, just like kind of having the time of her life over this post, just like, you know, and I really think she wanted it to be like serious. So as she's in there, he makes another post that says JK. It's a black screen and then really tiny, it just says JK. And he posts that. So then everybody's like, oh, I knew it was a joke. He shows Polly. Polly's like, oh my goodness. So Angelina's still in the confessional, like reading the thing. And then she hits, and she's like, oh, he put JK. He put JK. So she gets up and she runs out of the room. Thank you, Be a Baby Brooklyn. Thank you. She gets up and she runs out of the confessional, and I'll show you guys what happened. She grabbed a bottle of water. Well, this ain't the first picture, but this is one of them. Let me see if we can find the first picture. No. All right. Okay, so here we are where a little post gets made. Let me see. Bring my photo back. Come on. I told my hubby I was live. He's like, tell me when you go live. I want to see what your sign looks like. I don't even think he's in here. All right, so here is where, you know, the post, whatever. Then Angelina is in the confessional and she realizes what he just did, that he's changed the post. Now, as this is happening, JWoww and 24, they are coming back from the hospital. Now, JWoww, she thought she had appendicitis. She did not. What has happened is her intestines right above her appendix is basically closed, and that is causing her a lot of pain. So she has no idea what's happening. She's on her way back. Oh, this is when she finds out. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, so this is not exactly what happened. When she first comes out of the room, Vinny, Paulie, and Nikki are sitting on the couch, and she comes out with a water bottle. So she's like, really, Vinny, really? And she undoes the top, and she throws the water on Vinny. However, it did get on Nikki. So when it got on Nikki, let's see if we can find the... So when it got on Nikki, it's not showing all the pictures, darn it. Okay, so when she does the water on Vinny, some of it does get on Nikki. I don't think it was a lot. She was not intentionally pouring it on Nikki. Nikki just so happened to be kind of like in the line of fire. So then Nikki grabs a bottle. As you guys can see in Nikki's hand right here, she's got a bottle as well. Now, right before this picture was taken, Nikki gets a whole bottle of water and she like slings it right in Angelina's face. Like, compared to what Angelina did at first, like Angelina is getting Vinny mainly. Like she's pouring it on Vinny. It's just kind of like sprinkles off the mainstream hit Nikki. So Nikki gets a whole water bottle and she does it right in Angelina's face. I mean, to the point that Angelina did this when it was coming at her, and you could just, she just threw like a whole bunch of water because so much was coming at her. It was just like, phew. So, but it also, Nikki was also laughing about it at first. Like Nikki was like, you got me wet, you got me wet. She's like, okay, okay. So she gets a whole bottle and she slings a whole bunch of water at Angelina. Now she was playing though. You could see she was smiling. I wish I could play the actual clip. She was smiling. Now Angelina was like, okay, Nikki, okay. Angelina steps back in this room right here and she grabs something off the dresser. Now, MTV, they did stop. They did do like a frozen screen and it shows like red wine, and right beside the red wine was another bottle of water. So she grabs the red wine and she just throws it right here. As you guys can see, that is red wine. And it gets all over the side of Nikki. And Nikki gets mad. Now, Angelina said, she said, I actually did not know that that was red wine. Like, I really thought it was another bottle of water. I was just like, she just threw a bunch of water at me, so I was just going to get her back again. I didn't know it was red wine. I believe that Angelina didn't know that it was red wine until she threw it. I really do believe that. Let me find the other pictures. Okay. Let me move my big head. Hold on. Now, when Angelina came out and threw the wine at Nikki, Nikki got the entire bottle of wine, right? She got the entire bottle. However, Angelina ran and hid behind the door at first. So this door wasn't even open. When she got wine on Nikki, it was like she immediately realized what happened. She was like, oh crap. She ran back in the room, shut the door. And Nikki has this whole bottle. She's like, Angelina, let me in. Let me in. You want to throw wine at me? Let me in. And she's like, go away, Nikki. Go away. So, y'all, positivity breaks the door down. There you go. See Nikki right there. Y'all see Nikki? Right behind Polly is Nikki with an entire full bottle of wine. So there we see her throw the red wine. She runs and hides. Polly literally breaks the door. Like they even said, we'll probably never be able to stay here ever again. Yeah, if it was me, like I said, I would have just laughed it off and let my friends continue having their little battle. You know, if I was gonna get in it, if I was gonna throw water back, then I would try to be a little bit more understanding when she threw wine. Like if she was like, "Oh crap, I didn't mean to. I thought it was water," you know. But Nikki came out with a whole bottle of wine, as you guys can see right there, and she pours it directly on Angelina's head. Now, Paulie said, I was taught you always open the door for your woman. He literally said that. He said, I was taught you always open the door for your woman. So he opened the door for her, and Nikki literally poured that entire bottle of wine on Angelina. Angelina then ran behind, like as you guys can see in the very bottom of the left-hand corner of that picture, there's a blue like curtain type of situation. Angelina ran behind that and was like this and was like, leave me alone, get out of here, get out of here. Yeah, Angelina said she waterboarded me with wine. Waterboarded. She said, Angelina said she waterboarded me with wine. I was literally blowing wine out of my nose. So she's hiding behind this curtain. She's like, leave me alone. And Polly is like, Polly screaming at Angelina, Nikki screaming at Angelina. I mean, it was a whole situation. Honestly, if Angelina would have gotten any sort of sideways rather than like kind of running and hiding, I think it could have turned physical. Nikki said later in the episode the reason she did the water was because Vinny couldn't or wouldn't or something like that. I wouldn't have done any of that for a JK post. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Angelina is a little extra, you know. Angelina, I think she really wanted people to play into that post. When Vinny made that post, it was immediately viral. It went everywhere. It was on Reddit within like 10 minutes of him making the post. And I think Angelina was just like happy to have like something concerning her being like a big thing right then, you know? So when he put JK, I think it ticked her off. But here they are. I mean, you can hold on, let me move my big head again. You guys can see Paulie D. He's yelling at Angelina. He's yelling at her. And then back here, I'm going to move myself again. Security had to come in because they were unsure of what was about to happen. I mean, when Nikki was at that door, she's like, let me in, you know? And I'm like, if Nikki gets to her, this could get bad real quick. Is this Goose that's normally in Molly's channel? I haven't seen you in a minute. I can't stand Nikki. She flipped out because she got sprinkled with water that wasn't even aimed at her. Angelina was wrong for throwing the wine, but still Nikki overreacted first. Yay, 2 months. Happy 2 months, Rizzo. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was like, what? Like, calm down. It's just water, girlfriend. And, you know, she's been with Paulie D long enough. You'd think she would be used to, like, the jokes and, like, the craziness because Paulie D's always, like, paying pranks on people and stuff like that. No, I'm the other Goose. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Goose number 2. Or Goose number 1. How can you tell, you know? All right, so there's where she throws the red wine. They got the pictures a little bit backwards. Angelina finally gets away from them, or they walk out, or whatever. Security kind of escorts them out because Angelina was like, "Just leave me alone, leave me alone." She wanted no part of it. Like once it turned serious, she was done. Her feelings was hurt, you know, that it turned like that so quickly. Because I definitely think she was joking. They go back to their room, and as you guys can see, Nikki's jacket in the background. She tries to get the stains out of it. Paulie tells her, he's like, we'll just take it to the dry cleaners, no worries. And he's like, listen, you know, she threw something at you. I felt like it was only right that you get her back. But that was just a small glass of wine. She literally poured an entire bottle of wine on Angelina's head. I mean, I can tell you guys with certainty, I would not stand anywhere and let someone pour wine on my head. I mean, even if I would have thrown wine at them, if they want to fill up a wine glass and toss a little bit back at me, all right, maybe I deserve it. But a whole bottle, my arms would have automatically went to swinging. And it would have turned physical real quick. Like I just wouldn't have been able to help it. You know what I'm saying? Nikki was pretty irritated. Angelina was kind of devastated. Angelina, she's like, I have so much going on. I'm just not well right now. Like everybody comes here, you know, to film, and they have their families, they have their significant other, they have their loved ones, they have their best friend. I don't have that. Like I lost my best friend. I lost that person. Angelina, now you are cheating on him, so you know you can't be too shocked when he decides to walk away. But she's very emotional. I think, you know, anytime you have something that's like life changing and it makes you emotional, then your emotions are going to kind of be all over the place. You may react a little erratically at times. And I think that's just kind of, which Angelina's kind of erratic at times. But she was very upset after this. She kept saying, I'm just going to go home. I'm just going to go home. Um, Everyone left Angelina except Dina and Dina's husband. They stayed there and talked to her for a while. It seemed like they were in there talking to her for like 45 minutes or something. They just kept telling her, why don't you take a shower? Just take a shower, go to bed. You know, we'll deal with this in the morning. They ended up counting how many times Dina and Chris told Angelina to take a shower. And I started wondering, I mean, it was like 20 something times. They're like, why don't you just go take a shower? Why don't you just go take a shower? Go take a shower and go lay down. I began to wonder, does she stink or something? Why do they literally just keep saying, go take a shower? I mean, it's not, I know it's because she got wine on her, but still they said it over and over and over. But she was like, I think it was the whole bottle because they picked the bottle up later on. Let's see if we can find the picture. No. So when Nikki grabbed the bottle, it looked like, oh, sorry. I don't even think it was open at first. Okay, so here's the bottle right here. Could possibly be open. But Angelina later in the episode found the bottle and like showed the bottle, and it was a lot of what was in the bottle. If it wasn't all of it, it was a good bit. I mean, she turned it up like this on her head. Both acted immaturely, but Angelina started it by throwing one in the first place. Yes, it was wrong for Nikki to escalate. They both had more than an opportunity to stop. Yeah, they both had the opportunity to just be like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially during a joke, during a prank, during like something where it's supposed to be like everybody kind of laughing, having fun, whatever. Angelina just kept saying, it's just water. Like it was just water. Like it wasn't even aimed at her. Like I wasn't trying to throw water on her. It was on Vinny and just a little bit got on her. But then she threw a whole gallon on me, you know. Angelina was not okay. Nikki and Polly, they go back into their room and they're just a little angry that she threw wine. You know, they're like, she literally threw wine. Nikki's like, I didn't even bring a lot of clothes. It's going to stain. And Polly's like, we'll get to do the dry cleaners. Do you guys realize how expensive Nikki's hair is? I didn't think about that. Can you get wine out of her hair? Or will it like mess it up to try to wash that out? I didn't think about that. Phyllis and Honey Badger, because I don't know. I would have no idea. But I would assume that she probably has really expensive hair. Feel bad for Angelina. I know our situations are different, but I'm in the same position. When I lost my Nana, I was crying every day. I was mad at everyone. My attitude was all over the place. Yeah. Me and my husband have water fights. We're laughing and chasing each other around. I can imagine someone getting mad. So a little water. If she didn't freak about the water. Yeah. Yeah, that cup was aimed right at. Yeah, when she came back with the wine cup, it was right at her. Oh no. Um, so Dina spent some time with Angelina afterwards. Angelina was just like, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave. She did not leave by the time the episode ended. Dina and them left Angelina's room, and then they went to Vinny's room, where Vinny was like, that's just crazy that she got that upset. Like, of course, I'm not going to leave a post like that up on my social media. Like, of course, I'm going to take it down and put JK right afterwards. The way that she, you know, reacted was overboard, and I don't blame Nikki. So Vinny was very much on like Nikki's side, you know. After they talked to Vinny for a while, they then went and stopped in on Jenny because Jenny was just coming back from going to the hospital. Let's find that picture. Here we go. Jenny and 24, they were coming back from the hospital. She was not well. She was like, when she was, um, someone opened the door. Like Vinny and Dina and him opened the door to their room and seen Jenny and 24 walking down the hall. And like, she wouldn't even stop. She's like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. So she went right to her room and laid down. Dina and Chris went over later to check on her. And she didn't get up to talk to them either. 24 was just like, she's not good. It's her intestines. She's resting. So they was like, okay. And they left. Everybody called it a night. But when Dina and Chris went to their room, and Dina started thinking, maybe I'm being pranked right now. Like, maybe I'm actually being pranked because you guys know last season, everybody got mad at Dina because she did that prank with the person appearing to drown in the pool. Everybody got really upset with her. So she feels like this time they're going to try to pay her back. And now she's wondering, like, wait, is this a prank? Was all of this just a prank? The way things just kind of went overboard? Like, what's happening? Sorry, guys. Like, is all of this a prank? Where's my picture? And then she becomes convinced that maybe her husband is a part of the prank. She's like, because he went and did a confessional on his own. He went to the confessional room by himself. And she was like, why are you doing a confessional on your own? And he's like, I don't know. She was like, you're a part of the prank. And he's like, I don't know if it's a prank. I'm not a part of the prank, you know? So she goes to bed. Everyone goes to bed. Now, when everyone's going to bed, Angelina is sitting outside, wrapped in a blanket. She still hasn't taken a bath. And she's just saying, like, I'm not apologizing. I'm over apologizing. It's always me. I'm always the one in the wrong. And I'm not apologizing. And I'm just over this. The next morning, everyone wakes up, and Dina decides to go check on JWoww and to tell JWoww about what happened the night before because it was crazy and she missed it. So So she goes and she sits with Jay Wow, and she tells her what happened. And even Jenny is like, is this a prank? And she's like, I don't know. I'm wondering that myself, you know. After that, everybody starts meeting back up in like the living quarters of this apartment. There's wine everywhere, so they're walking around looking at like the damage. The door is seriously damaged. Pauly D was like, yeah, we're never going to be able to stay here again. Yeah, I told you to text me. What is it? You got something else? Did you bring that in there?
It was out there under the car.
Did she see it already?
No, I was just going to let you give it to her.
Okay, just wait a second. I'm almost done.
Come on.
Sorry, guys. So everybody meets back up in the living quarters. There's wine everywhere. They're looking at the wine. Like, they can't sit on parts of the couch due to it being like doused in wine still. The door is completely damaged. And they just kind of sit around kind of talking about what's going to happen, because they're like, you know, what do we think Angelina is going to do? And they're all like, she's going to come in here hot again. She's not going to want to take accountability. She's going to blame it on everyone else. And we're just like, we're not feeling that. Like, if she don't come in here taking accountability, we're not cool with that, you know. Now, Dina did go check on Angelina as well that morning. And Angelina basically said, like, I don't know if I'm even going to go talk to anybody. I know I'm going to have to face Nikki and Pauly eventually. But I don't know if I want to right now, because right now I'm just over the I'm sorry's. Like, I don't feel like doing it. So I don't know. So it ends with them all sitting around in the living room, just kind of talking about how they're going to respond if Angelina does come, if she does, in fact, you know, come into the living quarters, how they're going to respond. Now, Nikki and Pauly at this point, they seem like they're not mad, but they do want her to at least take accountability. Hey, Mo Brown. Thank you. Would have been different if Angelina had apologized, but she doubled down. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as she threw that wine and Nikki went, oh my God, what she should have said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I did not know that was wine. I thought it was water. You know what I'm saying? She should have definitely, instead she ran and hid. She's like, ah! Because she knows Nikki will tear that butt up. Nikki and Angelina, we already know. In my opinion, I think Nikki would really tear her up. But rather, I think she's just freaked out. I think she just like, oh no. And she ran and she shut that door. And Nikki's like trying to get in. And she's like, go away, Nikki. Because she's like, I don't want to be beat up on national television. Get away from here. But she definitely should have immediately said, oh no, I did not know that you did that. Like, I did not know that there was wine in there. I'm so sorry. I do have a Patreon. I do. I'll see if I can find the link really quickly. But all in all, they always seem to work it out. Yep. The only one I don't care for is Lauren, but the rest seem to be okay in the end. Yeah, they always seem to work it out, so I have no doubt that they will work it out. Like one of them said, maybe Mike, like, oh, it always, like, we always seem to work it out. It might be a couple of days. It might be a year, because after the wedding fiasco, the leaked audio from the wedding speech, it took them like a year after that to settle their differences. But Mike's like, yeah, we always get it figured out. It might take a couple of days or it might take a year, but we always get it figured out. Okay, so there's my Patreon link. Destiny just posted it. She got in at least 28-inch human hair weave in. 1,000 just for the hair, in my opinion, but it looks like good quality hair the way it lays. Wow. 1,000 for her hair? Jeez. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to hop on here really quickly. That could have turned sour really quickly. I mean, it turned sour, but it could have gotten physical really quickly. I mean, Nikki was joking back when she grabbed the water bottle. Where it all turned serious was when Angelina threw the wine. But I do believe that Angelina didn't realize it was wine. At that point, she should have said, oh crap, I didn't realize it. But instead she didn't. She ran and she hid. And that's when things really took a turn for the worse. I mean, security had to come in there because they didn't know what was about to happen. You know, so security's like just kind of waiting. They finally usher everybody out of the room to try to get things calmed down. thankfully, it didn't take a turn for the absolute worst. All human hair can be washed. Can you wash? Can she wash her hair? I spend money on my hair. Like shampoos and my sprays and stuff. So, but anyways, you guys, I'm gonna be watching next week's episode. I mean, that wasn't the finale, was it? Because I'm so behind on it. Um, so I don't think that was a finale. Yeah, I was pretty shocked about Lauren too. About that with Lauren too. Definitely prefer that they all get along. Now, Angelina did tweet after the episode aired. Let me show you guys, or I'll tell you guys what she tweeted. Apparently, people do really want Angelina and Vinny together. Like, she said all of Staten Island want them together. Okay, so 14 hours ago, she tweeted, hypocrites are rather easy to recognize. They spend most of their time pointing out the flaws in others, and the rest of their time trying to flaunt their own perfection. And then she said, someone said, remember the Pocono trip? Nikki threw ketchup all over Vinny's new coat. And Angelina said, oh, I remember. It was actually cheese, not ketchup. Someone said, I feel like the GC starts too much crap for no reason. It's really not necessary. And Angelina said, that's why I'm glad I'm not in it. It's a blessing. What's the GC? What is the GC? She posted something. Nikki threw water in Angelina's face first. Angelina responded in kind. Then Nikki and Polly chose violence to push the door open so Nikki could pour a bottle of wine all over Angelina's head. Y'all are twisting this and it's nuts. And then Angelina said, this has nothing to do with him. And here we are once again. He has to involve himself. What a joke. Let me get to the one that I wanted to. You clearly threw the water on Vinny. The rest was a reason to make another mess to turn on you. And then Angelina said, clearly never even meant to throw anything on her. It was for Vinny, since he thinks he can always laugh and make me out to be a loser. Got upset since he can never stick to his word on things, but I have to. I'm over all of it. She does stick to her word. When she wins bets, I mean, when she loses bets, she's rubbed Vinny's body down with oil. She's kissed his feet. Yeah, she did say mama. I'm going to let her come in here in just a little bit because one of my subscribers sent her a gift, and we're going to give it to her. And I accidentally left it outside when I was coming in earlier. Okay, so someone said, Vinny's entire storyline is his fighting with Angelina. She just needs to stop giving him attention. We need to see an authentic storyline from all of them, not just their involvement with Angelina. And then Angelina said, oh, trust me, the Vinny thing is done. After seeing how he was on the couch talking all that crap on tonight's episode and acts as if I'm a terrible person, that's over with now. I'm sure he will be ecstatic about that also, since he acts like I'm the plague anyways. So, they have a lot of sexual tension. It's weird, yeah. So that was the episode, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. I'm kind of running late on work. Got a few more. We're going to talk about Chelsea Huska in a little bit. Lawsuits and all of that. Hey, Lita Live. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Thank you so much. But I got to let my daughter, she's still, I think they just tried to come back in. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one. You guys have your thoughts in the comment section below. Whose side are you on? Are you on Team Angelina, Team Nikki, or like they both were in the wrong and should, apologize for where they screwed up? You guys let me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, you guys, YouTube, they are back to unsubscribing people. So make sure you are still subscribed. Members, we are reading this book, Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mom Died. We've read a couple of chapters the other night, and we'll be reading some more Sunday night. Sunday night, we'll be reading some more. So if you are a member, also, we have a Discord. We have a members Discord. All of the links to the Discord, to watch the other, if you missed out on the live where we read this, that link is still on the community tab. So you go over to the community tab. If you're a member, you'll have access to see those. It'll show you the link to the Discord. You just go ahead and click that link. It'll bring you to the Discord. And then you can have access to the video that we've done. Honestly, I'm on Uncle Nino's side. Me too. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys back here in just a little bit. Bye, everyone.